The United States is one of the most powerful countries on Earth. They dominate basketball, they dominate the Olympics, and they're a global sports giant. But when it comes to the biggest tournament in soccer, has the United States ever won the FIFA World Cup? The answer might surprise you, because while Team USA has never lifted the World Cup trophy, there was a time when America came incredibly close. A forgotten World Cup run, a historic upset, and a team that shocked the entire world. Let's uncover the incredible story of the United States men's national team and their quest for World Cup glory. When most people think about soccer powerhouses, countries like Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, and Spain come to mind. The United States, not usually. But here's something many fans don't know. The United States was actually one of the participants in the very first FIFA World Cup back in 1930. That's right, the inaugural tournament was held in Uruguay and featured only 13 nations. Nobody expected much from the Americans. But what happened next stunned the soccer world. The United States was placed in a group with Belgium and Paraguay. Against all odds, Team USA defeated both teams and topped their group. Suddenly, America found itself in the semifinals of the first World Cup ever played, one win away from the final. Just let that sink in. A country that wasn't known for soccer was suddenly among the best teams on the planet. Unfortunately, their dream ended against Argentina. The Americans suffered a heavy 6-1 defeat in the semifinal. There was no third-place match in those days, but thanks to goal difference, the United States officially finished third overall. And to this day, that remains the best World Cup finish in U.S. men's soccer history. For decades after that incredible run, the United States struggled to make a major impact on the world stage. The team appeared in a few tournaments but often exited early. In fact, there was a long gap before the U.S. became a regular World Cup participant again. Everything started changing in the 1990s, and that's when American soccer began writing a new chapter. In 1994, the United States hosted the FIFA World Cup for the first time. Many fans doubted whether soccer could succeed in America, but the tournament became a massive success. Playing on home soil, the US advanced from the group stage and reached the round of 16. Their reward? A matchup against Brazil. Yes, that Brazil? The soccer giants, the eventual World Cup champions. The Americans fought hard but lost 1-0. Brazil would go on to win the entire tournament. Even in defeat, the US proved it could compete on the world's biggest stage. Then came 2002, and many American fans still consider it the greatest modern World Cup run in US history. The United States entered a difficult group featuring Portugal, South Korea, and Poland. Few experts believed they could advance, but Team USA shocked the world. They survived the group stage and advanced to the knockout rounds. Then came a heated rivalry match against Mexico in the round of 16. The stakes couldn't have been higher. The Americans delivered one of their most memorable performances ever, a 2-0 victory. The United States was heading to the quarterfinals. Only 8 teams remained. The dream was alive. Standing in their way was Germany, one of the greatest soccer nations in history. The match was incredibly close, but Germany edged out the Americans 1-0. Just like that, the dream ended. Yet many believe the 2002 squad was one of the strongest teams the US has ever produced. Since 1990, the United States has become a consistent World Cup nation. They reached the round of 16 in 2010. They reached the round of 16 again in 2014. And after missing the 2018 World Cup entirely, a shocking disappointment for American soccer, they bounced back in 2022. In Qatar, the US was grouped with England, Wales, and Iran. Despite being one of the youngest teams in the tournament, they advanced to the knockout stage. But their journey ended in the round of 16 against the Netherlands. A 3-1 defeat sent them home. Still, the future looked bright. Now, all eyes are on 2026. The United States will host the World Cup alongside Canada and Mexico. It will be the biggest World Cup in history. And for the US, it could be the greatest opportunity they've ever had. A talented young generation, home field support, and millions of fans behind them. Could this finally be the year America reaches its first World Cup final? Or maybe even wins the entire thing? Nobody knows. But one thing is certain. The United States has never won the FIFA World Cup. Yet their story is far from over. From a shocking third-place finish in 1930 to a magical quarter-final run in 2002, the dream of lifting soccer's biggest trophy is still alive. And in 2026, the entire world will be watching, Do you think Team USA can win the World Cup in 2026? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love soccer stories, World Cup history, and the biggest moments in sports, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.